Hi everybody, this is Kit from the Tualatin Public Library, and I'm sitting outside and I'd really love to hear my music, but it's kind of loud in here, so I thought maybe I'd try to find some place inside. Maybe here? Nope. Here? Nope. Maybe out in the garage? Oh, definitely not out here. Well, I guess outside is just how it's gonna be. Wonder how I could compete with all the noise out here, though. Oh, I know. I have a pattern where you can make a speaker for your smartphone with just a cardboard tube and two paper cups. You want to try it? Let's get started. All right, to do this craft, we will need your cell phone or whatever you're using for your speaker. And then we will need a cardboard tube and a couple of paper cups. I liberated these from Starbucks, as you can see. And then we some paper towels, a scrap piece of paper, a pencil, and a craft knife. Now to start, we're going to have to make our templates because we're going to need to cut into our cardboard, and it is round, so it's a little easier to do it on a flat piece of paper and then cut from there. So with that in mind, we're going to start with getting our phone and we're going to draw around the base of the phone. We're making a template here for the cardboard so that we can make a cradle for our cell phone. I'm sure you've seen those before on other cell phone speakers. Ours doesn't plug in, but anyway. So find roughly the middle. It doesn't have to be the exact middle. If you really need it to be, you can measure that out. I just roughly did it and went ahead and drew around it to get our cradle shape. And then next we will use the craft knife to cut it out. Now in this case, you only want to cut out one long side and the two short sides. And you're doing this because we're going to bend that shape upwards to make a space for the cell phone. I cut partially through that to make it a little bit easier to bend, but be very careful and don't cut through all the way. All right, so you bend it in, and then I'll show you how it will rest in there. I got a little bad cut on the side, but whatever. And there you go. That's how it would work. I think I got my hole a little too big, so I have to kind of lay it in there, but it still works, and so you don't have to be too exact. Now next we're going to be using the paper cups. Now the tube actually goes into the paper cups on either side, so we have to make a circle to cut into those cups. So that's what we'll do here. So we're just creating the template. Again, it's hard to trace around a cup on a curved surface, so that's all we're using this template for. Just makes it easier. And then we take the cups, we find the spot on there, which I was going to do this to cut out the logo, but then realized that I wouldn't be able to see my pencil marks. So, but try to do it roughly at the same spot on the cup. Again, you do not have to measure this unless you absolutely want to. I have marks on mine to work from, but it just makes it rest better if you have them roughly on the same spot. And it's just a matter of cutting it out. It is a little difficult towards the end, and I would not recommend. I ended up doing it across the seam of the cup, which made it a little harder to cut, but still got through it. And again, the holes don't have to be perfect um, because we're just going to be scooting the cardboard tubes into those holes. But before we do that, we're going to take a couple pieces of paper towel and we're going to crumple them loosely and we're going to put them on either end of the tube. And the reason why we do this is it kind of takes out the tinny sound from the music that can happen from having a big hollow space like that. We just want it to vibrate the paper cups, which is how speakers work actually, is a little piece of paper or big piece of paper, I suppose, cones in a speaker that reflects sound. Some of them pointing forward, sometimes they're pointing backwards. You'll see in my example later, I did both forwards and backwards. For this one, we're just doing forwards. And it can be a little tricky to slip these in here, but once you do, just make sure they're laying a little evenly. And there you go. And if you've built it sturdy enough, you should be able to put your phone in. It might tilt backwards, but this worked out just fine. And here's what it sounds like. Now I can listen to my music all I want. I'm so excited. Hey, what are you doing? Oh well. This is Kit from the 12th and Public Library, hoping you have a great day.